Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this June the 16th, 2023. I'm hoping everybody had a great Friday out there. Hope everybody's having a great Friday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Sorry I didn't make a video upload earlier today. I had a little sinus drainage, went through my sinuses, and I couldn't talk. So there wasn't no use for me to make no video when I couldn't talk, but as the day wore on, my voice came back, so now I'm back up and running again, so I get a chance to tell the forecast once again for this evening. Okay, if you're a new viewer and have not subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. Love to have you. Like these videos, share these videos, and let's go ahead and dive on into the forecast and get the show on the road here, folks. Alrighty, as you can see, we got shower and thunderstorm activity from Maine all the way back in the portion of just east of Montreal, Canada, back through New York, also back into Boston, New York, and Philadelphia regions. Also more shower and thunderstorm activity for you Saturday through portion of the Carolina Mountains, all the way into South Carolina, the coastal waters, all the way down into the Florida Florida Keys, back to the Florida Panhandle, through portions of southwest Texas, also back over in portions of northern New Mexico, northeast Arizona, eastern Utah, back in Nebraska, excuse me, also back in the portion of eastern North and South Dakota, Minnesota, and western Wisconsin, also southern portions of Canada there as well. More shower and thunderstorm activity just east of Vancouver, all the way back in Idaho, portion of Wyoming, also into Montana there as well. Shower activity along coastal areas of Oregon and Washington State. Got some mixed precipitation around Vancouver, also through Seattle, back in the portion of Oregon, also some over in portion of western Wyoming. Excuse me. Also over here, portion of just west of Denver, got some mixed precipitation there as well. We got some critical fire weather possible in portion of southeast Arizona through central and southern New Mexico. Also, we got a severe weather over portion of Oklahoma, southern Kansas, back over to western Missouri as well. Also got some severe weather down here along the Florida Panhandle, southern Alabama, and southern Mississippi there as well. High pressure dominating pretty much west of Montreal through Toronto, Canada, through Michigan, eastern Wisconsin, through Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, North Carolina, Virginia, back over to Washington, D.C., back through West Virginia and Pennsylvania. Also over here, portion of North and South Dakota, eastern Montana through Wyoming. Also back in the portion of Washington and Oregon states. Also into Nevada and California, Arizona, and New Mexico. And also into the Gulf of California. Also down into Mexico and southern Texas around the Houston area as well, as high pressure dominates your region for your Saturday. Alright, here's a look at your forecast for Sunday. We got shower and thunderstorm activity from Maine back into New York, also northern Pennsylvania area. More shower and thunderstorm activity down there around Virginia, Washington, D.C. area, all the way into the Florida Keys around the Miami area, all the way back to Houston, Texas, central Texas, Dallas, Texas area, through eastern Oklahoma, through eastern Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. Also over southern portions of Canada there as well. Also we got shower and thunderstorm activity over southern and southwest Canada. Also back in the portion of North Dakota, Montana, Wyoming. Also in the portion of Idaho as well, northern Utah. Also along coastal areas of northwest California, all the way into the Vancouver area of Canada. We have mixed precipitation over here in Oregon, northern California, through Oregon, through Washington State, up here around Vancouver. Also back in Idaho, Montana, and northern portions and western portions of Wyoming. On the yellow and red slashed area, we've got severe weather and flash flooding and heavy rain possible from Arkansas down into the Florida Panhandle, including Alabama, Mississippi, and portions of Louisiana and eastern Texas. High pressure dominating around Montreal, Toronto, Canada, southeast Canada, through Michigan, through portion of Ohio, all the way back into West Virginia, Philadelphia, back into Pennsylvania. Also high pressure dominates southern Canada there as well. also in the portion of North and South Dakota as well, Nebraska, Wyoming, around Denver, Colorado, back in the North uh, Panhandle region of Texas, Western Texas, and the central northern Mexico, Gulf of Mexico as well, and also back into Arizona, Nevada, California there as well, a little bit up in the portion of Washington and Oregon states as well for your Sunday. All right, let's move on to the weather radar now. As you can see, we got scattered activity over a portion of Canada. Got a little bit of snow mixed in with rain in the southwestern portion of Canada. Got some rain over portions of northern Washington State, over in portions of California, Idaho through Wyoming, Montana, back in the North and South Dakota, back over here to Kansas and Nebraska. More widespread shower and storm over here in portions of Colorado, back into Utah, and also in the northeastern portion of Arizona. Scattered activity over portions of New Mexico, down in northern Texas. Guam radar currently unavailable. We got some showers and maybe some snow showers over portions of central and southern Alaska along the coastal areas. Also over in the northwestern portion of the Hawaiian chain island, got some rain showers on the south side. South side look good. Here's a line of showers and storms extending from Missouri all the way into portions of Alabama and Mississippi. These are bringing some severe weather possible in that region. Also, we got some scattered activity over the Gulf of Mexico, also central Texas there as well. Some numerous showers and storms over portions of Cuba, also down in southern Florida there as well, off into the coastal waters. More widespread scattered showers over the northeast, from portions of North Carolina through Virginia, all West Virginia, all the way into Maine, including got a healthy looking line of showers and storms just moving offshore through off the northeast United States coast. Also over here in portions of the mid-Atlantic region. Got some also over here in portions of the western Atlantic Ocean. And Puerto Rico Island looks a-okay as well. All right, let's take a look at the watches, warning, and advisory map for your locations. All right, a couple flood advisories over Maine. We got air quality alerts over Pennsylvania, also back in the southwest Ohio, also over much of Indiana, southwest and the eastern portion of Illinois, Missouri, western Missouri, eastern Kansas, northern Oklahoma, also eastern portion of Iowa there as well. We got a severe thunderstorm watch with some severe thunderstorm warnings in effect. Some flash flood warnings in effect also for portions of Virginia there as well, and special marine warning along coastal areas. Got a few special weather statements for some strong thunderstorms over eastern North Carolina. Got some air quality alerts around the Wilmington area of North Carolina, also up here around the Charlotte area as well. Excuse me. Also, we got heat advisories over portions of southern Florida, special marine warnings off the coastal areas. We still got those flood watches for southwest Georgia, the panhandle portion of Florida there as well. Can't get it out there, folks, but sorry about that. We got some flood advisories over portions of southern Missouri, flood warnings in effect for northeastern Arkansas, southwest Tennessee, and also northeastern portions of Mississippi. We got a severe thunderstorm watch there as well for western Alabama, eastern Mississippi. Also, we got some excessive heat warnings in effect for much of Louisiana, eastern southeast Texas, excessive heat advisory for northern Texas, also southern Mississippi, also southern Louisiana, southeast Texas, southern Texas, and northeast Texas as well. We got another severe thunderstorm watch over eastern Colorado with some severe weather. Look like a tornado warning there as well. Also, we got some thunderstorm warning, flood advisory portion of Kansas and Nebraska there as well. Flood watches in effect for portions of Colorado and also west portions of Kansas. Also, we got some wind advisories over here in portions of Nevada, California, some flood advisory there as well. Arizona got some air quality alerts in the southwest side. We're here in portions of southeast Arizona and also in the New Mexico, special weather statements in southeast portions of New Mexico, the red area there. That's a red flag warning for wildfire concerns. All right, Alaska got a few special weather statements on the north side. The south side of the Hawaiian chain island got a few gale warnings along the south. North side looks a-okay. Alright, let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center overview page here. As you can see, there's that scattered activity over the northeast, widespread shower region. Watch up here in the slight rift from North Carolina back into portion of Delaware and Washington, D.C. vicinity. A marginal rift down there in southern Georgia, north central Missouri. Also over in portions of Colorado and back in Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, and portions of South Dakota. General thunderstorms elsewhere in the lighter greens. The convective outlook, you can see a little better. General thunderstorm from California all the way to South Carolina, all the way up into Maine. Marginal rift over in portions of South Dakota back into Colorado. Also Kansas and Nebraska. Also slight rift over here in portions of eastern Colorado and western Kansas. Also slight rift down here in portions of from the Florida Panhandle all the way back into Arkansas. Also over here in the, like I said, around the Washington, D.C. area. And a marginal rift in the darker green areas in that vicinity to North Carolina, back up toward portion of Washington, D.C. and Delaware region. Also marginal rift down there in central Florida, all the way back into southeast Georgia. Southwest, slight rift area in the yellow from Arkansas back to the Panhandle, Florida. All right. Current watches in effect: eastern portion of Colorado, portion of the Panhandle, Florida, western Alabama, eastern Mississippi, and also up here in Virginia, and up here around in the Mid-Atlantic region. The MDS discussion, current just talking about the current watches that's in effect. Storm report currently as of this recording, we have one tornado report, wind report 139, 4 was large, hail report 79, 10 was large. Total number of reports with 219 as the current recorded. Look like the most of the wind reports were generally over portions of up here around Maryland, back over to Pennsylvania, Virginia, and central and northern Virginia, southern Virginia. One over here in eastern North Carolina, also east coast of Florida, northern Florida, back into the Florida Panhandle, southern Alabama, also over in portions of Mississippi, and also back into portions of Arkansas. The hail look like up here in portions of Virginia, around Maryland. Also there's that tornado report. Also it's some large hail over portions of eastern Virginia. Excuse me. And also over the southern portions of Nebraska, eastern portion of Colorado, also in the portions of northern, central and southern portions of Arkansas, northeast Arkansas, northern Mississippi, northeast Mississippi, southwest portions of Tennessee. All right, and finally the fire weather report. There's that. That's why they got the red flag warnings in effect for elevated risk in the orange, critical in the red. This is for southeast there, Arizona, back into New Mexico as well, and the red is in pretty much in New Mexico and just a little bit of southeastern portions of Arizona. We're going to show you that little tropical wave over the eastern Atlantic. Looks to become tropical depression number 3, and then becomes tropical storm Brett. Brett is the next name on the list. Should be in the coming days or early mid-late next week. All right. During the next 48 hours, 20%. During the next 7 days, this is currently setting at 60%. All right. Here is the tropical weather outlook for the North Atlantic, Caribbean Sea, and the Gulf of Mexico, eastern tropical Atlantic. A tropical wave located between the west coast of Africa and the Cape of the Cabo Verde Islands is producing disorganized shower and thunderstorms. Environmental conditions appear to be conducive for gradual development, and a tropical depression could form during the early to middle portion of next week, while the system moves westward at 15 to 20 miles per hour across the eastern tropical Atlantic. Formation chance during the next 48 hours is low, 20%. And formation chance during the next 7 days, medium, 60%. Alrighty. Well, I'll keep an eye on this storm and see what happens. Hope everybody has a great Friday evening. Continue to stay safe and well. Consider subscribing. Love to have you. Like these videos, share these videos, and I will catch you back again in the next one.